Okay, hey there, Professor. So first I'm going to start with an overview of my application. This is my movie store. As you can see, I got some nice movies here. I got my genres, my comedy, my action, my drama, and my horror. So now I'm going to sign up and create a new user. So let's go Johnny Bananas. Okay, submit that. Okay, perfect. So now I'm in. Now I'm going to add a movie to the cart. I'll add Animal House and I'll add Caddyshack. I'm going to add those to the cart. And here's my two movies. Okay, and if I want to delete one, I check the delete column box and I'll delete it, and that's all functional. And now I'm going to proceed to the checkout page. And as you mentioned in your last video, I added on the shipping address and the credit card information, the expiration months and the expiration years, all the necessary info. And now when I submit order, right here, I didn't make a I'm not really saving orders because I didn't create an orders table. The way this page would work though is by the user filling in all the required fields here and hitting submit order, and it would validate all the input and it would save it to a database. Okay, now I'm going to go through an overview of my Cloud9 structure. Okay, now here's my Cloud9 structure. First I'll go through the CSS. And basically everything in here is how I changed what my screen looked like, such as the black right here and the black and the yellow. You'll find that in the CSS. Here's black, and now as you can see, these ink files right here, these are all reusable code that can be pulled into other pages as needed. And you can see that right here in cart PHP. Right here, that all is pulled into cart PHP. And here's all the other main files. As you can see, it's all organized very well, and just is a nice database. Now I'll show you my PHP admin database, and here it is. I got failed logon, I have user, and I have movies. And if you look into movies, here's my columns, and as you saw, that connects to my page right here. You see all my movies, all my descriptions, all that stuff. And the movies table basically shows all the movies, the user shows all the users, and you know, the invalid login tracks all the invalid logins for the failed logon. Okay, now I'm going to discuss some secure coding techniques. First I want to talk about validation of quantity input field in the movie ID. We must validate the movie ID. It's not an input field, but it can still be changed through Burp Suite, so we must validate it. As you can see here on line 50, or 150, in the validate input PHP file, I'm using regular expressions to keep bad characters out. The rest of the function says that the quantity has to be greater than 0, but no more than 10. Okay, that's right here. And now when I go to cart PHP, on line 158, right here, it's converting to ASCII, and this provides more protection against the bad input. Next, I will discuss binding variables to prevent SQL injection. On line 147 in index PHP, you can see a select statement with a question mark at the end, right over here. And on line 154, this tells the database to take the query on line 147 and find the string values that is in genre. In the case, in case the user tried to use SQL injection in the genre field, this would prevent it. Okay, now I'm going to talk about cookie expiration. I'm in the manage user PHP file on line 65 right here. Creating cookie only has a life of 2 days, as you can see, and Even allowing a cookie to last 2 days may be too long. Take the situation, say where computers are shared. Say my neighbor goes on my computer, he can go into my Amazon account and he can authenticate as me as long as it's under 2 days. Now I'm going to talk about invalid login attempts and how to prevent against a brute force attack. As can be seen in my login file right here on line 195, right here. The function update the failed login table. If a user has multiple failed logins from the same IP, his next logon attempt will be blocked for an interval of time, as can be seen on line 221, right here. The user will be notified that the logon has been blocked. This functionality will prevent against brute force attacks, as they would have to wait forever and would slow them down dramatically. Okay, now this is a big one here. The next secure coding technique is to not show passwords and accounts in the code in case someone gets a hold of your code. So right here in the wrap.php file, you can see that I encrypt the logon information and I show it in a file. Now in connection, right here, now in connection PHP, in line 5, I decrypt the information and I use it to connect on line 9, right here. You should never have a line like line 10 right here. This line is what I was using because I couldn't originally hide my information. I had to get in directly. But I fixed that, and basically I've commented out just for video purposes. I'm going to keep it in my code, but through this video just know that it's for video purposes only. And also you would remove your wrap.php file. Again, I have it here just for video purposes. Okay, and lastly I'm going to talk about stored passwords. Now if I go back to my PHP admin database user table, you can see all the stored user logon data. Right here you can see how I made my Johnny profile. It updated into here, and all the user logon data is encrypted, as you can see, and you know, even assault values used as well as an extra measure of security. So basically, yeah, so I showed you around. I went through some of the specific code and how it relates to my PHP admin database, and also I created a new user, and I hope you enjoyed my database. I'm a big movie guy, and here's some greats. I had a great time in this class, and thank you for listening.